Hey there, it's Scott Embringham. I have something really cool that somebody reminded me of yesterday that I want to share with you. If you're a director of marketing, if you're a client and you're about to review an ad campaign or you regularly review ad campaigns, I'm going to give you a secret weapon that'll help you evaluate the ad campaign much more effectively. Now, I didn't come up with this. It's called a brand asset valuator. You don't even have to worry about any of this. I'm going to give you 4 specific tools that are going to make you deadly in your ability to articulate why you like an ad, why you don't like an ad, and maybe even more importantly, what needs to be changed in an ad or a campaign. I'm going to run you through these 4 things right now, and I promise you they're going to help you a ton if you don't already know these things. And by the way, very few people do. DREC, just like Shrek. You can remember just like Shrek, DREC. And they stand for differentiation, relevance, esteem, and knowledge. Differentiation, relevance, esteem, and knowledge. Here's how they work. Let's take a classic campaign that if you're my age or a little bit younger, you probably remember, the iPod. Do you remember when the iPod came out? There was a campaign that ran, and it was a silhouette of a woman. Do you remember that? And she had the earbuds in, a little thing in her hand, the iPod, and she flips it on and she starts dancing, and you hear the music, and it's just an amazing campaign. And at the end, 1,000 songs in your pocket. Let's walk you through that ad. Was it different relative to the other things that were out there, relative to the competition? Absolutely. It was a very different looking ad. And there's branding consultants that can actually develop brand scapes for you. So when you're reviewing a campaign, make sure the first thing you want to do is ask for 5, 6, 7 of the competitors. Ask your agency to develop a brand scape so that when they're presenting you the idea, you can determine whether it's highly different from the other ads. And there's 4 or 5 different branding strategies, and we won't go into those today. But just by looking at the ad, is it different relative to your competition in color and positioning and icons and use of all the language that they're going to be using? Is it different relative to the competition? Relevant. Is it relevant to your target audience? Is it something, and of course your ad agency can bring you sort of a brand bullseye, a lot of people call it, or a customer avatar. Once you've developed that customer avatar, is that campaign relevant to their needs, their desires? Does it tap some of their fears? Does it tap some of the things that they most want in the world? Is it relevant to them? Does it speak to them? Esteem. Does it build esteem in your brand, in your product, in your service, that thing that you're marketing? Does it build esteem in that thing that you're selling in your brand? And so back to the iPod, you watch that campaign, and it's this beautiful, sort of technologically very cool thing. And you would never say it's cool, you just feel like it's cool. So it absolutely built esteem in the brand of Mac and Apple. And you saw the iPod campaign, and immediately you said, I want that thing. It's really cool. Knowledge. Did you learn something about the product or service? Remember the little tagline, 1,000 songs in your pocket? What an amazing tagline. At the time, we were walking around with, what do you call them? Walkmans. Remember the Walkmans, or even the Discman? If you're ancient like me, you remember those Walkmans and those Discmans. It was extraordinarily cool. At the end, that 1,000 songs in your pocket, immediately you got what it was. As opposed to the Super Bowl commercials where you got the half dog, half monkey, or whatever it is, running out on the field, and you have these Super Bowl campaigns where you have no idea what you just watched. They hit really high on differentiation. Relevance, it's a 0 out of 10. Esteem, it's a 0 out of 10. And knowledge, it's a 0 out of 10. So that's the school of where they made it something super different, but it didn't hit these other things. So the next time somebody's going to pitch you an idea, pitch you a campaign, ask yourself, how high does it score on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of differentiation to the competition, relevance to your target audience, esteem, does it build value in your campaign or in your product or your service or your brand? And knowledge, do you have one simple thing in that campaign that communicates value, a unique, sticky, easily understood value proposition about your business? If you've got 8, 9, or 10 on each one of these things, you likely have a winner. And now you'll be able to give voice to that feeling that you have when somebody pitches you an idea and you just don't know why you don't like it. Go to one of these things, and I promise you, you'll be able to identify which one it violates, and then work and give feedback to the agency on what they can bring up and make better. Hope this helps, and I look forward to sharing some more ideas with you soon.